subscribing and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. About you guys, man, you know it don't work without you guys. Out running some errands, and you know the news never quits when it's the Dallas Cowboys. And the Dallas Cowboys have cut Munhee Maher. Go figure. We finally cut him. Okay? It makes you realize, what does it take to lose your job in Dallas? And this is really goes back to the Cowboys in general. You held on to people too damn long. You get people too many. We cut the kicker. We cut the kicker finally. I mean, he's only missed kicks in 7 games this year. He's only, he has more missed kicked games than he has perfect games. I know he's got a couple of, he's in the Hall of Fame with 3 kicks over 60, but dude can't kick the short shit, and it's changed games. But here's my problem here, guys. We end up giving people too many chances and don't hold people accountable. And it's not just the kicker. I mean, the kicker is a sacrificial lamb right now. But think about Jason Garrett. Come on, man. Think about Jerry Jones and himself as GM. Would any GM survive Jerry Jones's record? Would they? What's happening? Pablo from Argentina. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Okay. But here it is. I was sitting here driving today before I heard that. And I was sitting here wondering. We've had 2 3-game losing streaks thus far. We're in the middle of a 3-game losing streak right now. And if we lose to the Rams, which is a very good possibility, the Rams played pretty well last night against Seattle. We haven't beaten the Rams in quite a while. And since the Ram game last year, it seems like everybody realized run the ball up the Cowboys' gut because they're soft. They're soft, okay? Really soft. And everybody's been doing it. If the Cowboys lose against the Rams, and the reality is this, the game really does not matter. In the grand scheme of things, it really doesn't matter. It all still goes down to us playing the Eagles. Would that be enough if we lost that game for them to finally say, you know what, maybe Jason Garrett's not the guy for the job? And let's, what do we got to lose? What do we got to lose firing him? Maybe we'll get a spark. Would that be enough for Jerry to say bye-bye? I don't know. I'm asking you guys. Because the fact that your kicker, if you guys watch my live stream during the games, whenever we kick the ball, I go like this. Oh, God. Oh, God, I can't watch. Oh, God, please. We have had one of the worst kickers in the NFL, but they've defended him over and over again. What did you miss? D'Angelo Stewart, we cut the kicker. The kicker is gone. We said, you know what? The Dallas Cowboys woes, it's the kicker. And see, here's my thing. I know in my job, if I go to somebody's house, let's say I'm remodeling the bathroom. While I'm in there remodeling the bathroom, we accidentally cut a pipe or we hit an electrical circuit that has a surge, and it shorts out the whole electrical system, or the pipe breaks and floods the house. They're going to look at me and say, hey, you screwed up. You got to take care of this. You got to fix what you fucked up. Excuse my language. ESPN now just reporting. ESPN, I got you about 5 minutes, dog. I'm held responsible for my actions. I bet on your job, you're responsible for your actions. If you don't succeed, they get somebody else to replace you, right? So we signed Kyle Farbath as a kicker. I don't know that that's going to be any better or not, but at least, here's the thing. You're holding people accountable. If you're not doing the job, then we're going to get somebody else. And see, this begs the question to me because we have so many prima donnas on the team that you're paying so much money that whatever they do, it's okay. I'll be honest with you. I was going to do a video later today and say, what player are you most disappointed in on the Dallas Cowboys this year? For me, I got to put DeMarcus Lawrence. If you're looking at people that you're disappointed in, that you expected a whole lot more. I mean, there's plenty that you could say that to. I mean, I could say Xavier Woods. I thought he was going to take a step forward. I could say Jalen Smith. I'd say, maybe Jalen Smith, he's got numbers, but maybe he's regressed. I could say Van Der Esch is another one that, with the injuries, but he's missed a lot of tackles and things. I mean, I could say Zeke Elliott, has kind of slowed down, doesn't seem to have the burst. But I got to say, DeMarcus Lawrence, the Mr. We're the hot boys, and I'm going to break Michael Strahan's record, and I'm holding out and not getting my shoulder worked on. I got to say that I'm disappointed in him. And this is where you look at the coaches that are there that don't have the power and the wherewithal to say, sit your ass down, like Charles Haley would. Sit your ass down. Because they're not held accountable. That when you're Zeke Elliott and you make a good run and you say, you know what, I need a blow, knowing there's nobody behind you. There is the backup running back is hurt, but you don't care. You don't care. That's all right. I need my blow. I need my break. When you see DeMarcus Lawrence, I showed you guys on that play with Mitch Trubisky running for the touchdown. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what he was looking at. And I look at how many times he's broken contain and allowed people to get outside. And there's certainly not sack numbers there. They try, and this is the thing that kills me, is the Cowboys try to tell you that they're doing good. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's got more pressures than he did last year. You know how many sacks you got? Because he's not. There's no way in the world you look at what he's producing this year versus the last 2 years before. It ain't there. You look at Zeke Elliott. I know we're not running the ball as much with them. We're passing the ball more. But you look at that and you just say, Zeke don't look like Zeke anywhere close to what he did a couple years ago. But nobody in the Cowboys will say anything. Nobody will say, you know what, sit down. You're not starting this week. Until your head's in the game, I don't need you. Or when people make stupid mistakes, like pulling the quarterback's helmet off, when you've already screwed up and missed a tackle, let the guy get 15, 20 yards, then you have a dumbass penalty. You're not held accountable. I remember last year with Randy Gregory making dumbass penalties. You messed up on the play, and then you get 15 yards on top of it, and he walks right past Jason Garrett. Jason Garrett doesn't say nothing. Doesn't say nothing. People say, oh, Ron Rivera, I don't want to retread like that guy. You know what? So many coaches out there are doing so much more with less. I honestly believe that the Cowboy players don't give a rat's ass about playing for Jason Garrett. don't give a rat's ass about playing for Jason Garrett. That they are having, as we have. I mean, how could you not have Jason Garrett fatigue if you had to play and see that guy every day? That he is your boss. I honestly believe it's like a dark cloud that's over the Dallas Cowboys. And just getting rid of him will change attitude. I'm sitting here looking at the game and plays, and I see where, you're seeing plays where it's down the field. You're a defensive lineman or a defensive end, and you see him down the field, and the guys are like, oh, well, he's down the field. I ain't running for that. I remember seeing Randy White, defensive tackle, run down and chase a guy 40 yards downfield and tackle him. Because you never give up on the play. You don't stop playing till the whistle blows. And if you get a couple guys on a tackle, first guy stands him up. Second guy comes in and cleans him off and hopefully knocks the ball out. We don't do that. We got guys trying to arm tackle or fingertip tackle. You ever see the movie The Replacements? Keanu Reeves. Gene Hackman says to the linebacker, who's I guess is a police officer, he says, "Go get me the ball! Get me the ball!" And you see the guy, he goes out on the field, he's gonna do everything he can to get the ball. And I know that's not real life, that's not real football. But see, you have to have that kind of mentality, and you have to have guys with fire and passion that are looking to get that ball, that are looking to make that play. Odell, oh hell no. Hell no. You have to have guys that want to sell out, throw their body in there with reckless abandon, and make those plays. So you don't have anybody with that fire right now. Last year you saw Jalen Smith with that fire. You saw Van Der Esch with that fire. Let me correct myself. I see Michael Bennett and Robert Quinn with that fire. I see Jeff Heath with that kind of fire. They don't have that passion. And see, they've got paid. They got paid. So the only thing you can take from them is the limelight. When you mess up, you should be held accountable. Now you heard, of course, we're gonna make some changes to the lineup. You know what? This shit's too late. Shit's too late. Sometimes you just have to send a message to people and let them know it's not acceptable. Sometimes somebody's got to be the sacrificial lamb to make sure everybody else wakes the F up. Yeah, it was. We cut Maher. In Maui, great example. The Steelers, we had Mike Tomlin on the hot seat. He lost Big Ben. Going in yet somehow, little touchdown. Thank you for the super chat. Yet somehow they're still winning because of coaching. Think about some of the things we've seen that we've gotten away with. Oh, we sent him home for practice. Antoine Woods was late to practice. We sent him home. Junebug, Tristan Hill, he fell asleep in the Isaiah Thomas meeting and showed up late for practice. Oh, we'll just send him home for a day. No accountability. And now it's too little too late. You got to start over, and you got to start holding people accountable. You got to stop being the player's best friend. And you have to stop running this like it's a family. It's nothing but a business. Bottom line, it's a business. It's not personal. I need people to get the job done. Cowboys need to go for sure in the draft. That's not BS. And see, and here lies the problem. We make the playoffs, higher draft pick, and I'm still scared. I'm still scared that we make the playoffs and somehow Jason Garrett. You know, Jason Garrett's a survivor. You know, Jason Garrett is a survivor. I would take missing the playoffs if I know that Jason Garrett is gone and that we get a real coach in here that's going to be able to coach. I would sacrifice this year's playoff chances for that. But I'm afraid Jerry Jones, you know, I'm Jerry Jones and this is my team. And you know what? I like Jason Garrett, you know, and I'm going to keep Jason Garrett around for one more time because I still believe he is the man for the job. Kyle Forbath. Not at this time. Here's the thing. This time of year, there's not exactly a lot of players that you can really get. It's just not. And so everybody has tried out everybody, but can't do much worse than Maher has. Can he? Garrett, you know what? I'm telling you, Jason Garrett is like the movie Fatal Attraction. You know, when Kirk Douglas ends up getting her, she's in the bathtub, underwater, stabs her. You see the bubbles, and you think, oh, thank God. She's dead. She's finally dead. It's over with. She killed my rabbit and boiled him in the kitchen. And then all of a sudden, ha! It's Jason Garrett. Oh, Wayne, you know, every Monday and Friday nights, 9 to 10, I live stream. But tonight, friends, we're going to start out early so we watch Philly, 2 games below 500. I'm sorry, yeah, 2 games below 500. And it's Eagles. And we'll be talking about the Dallas Cowboys and them making some moves. Cowboys making some moves. About damn time we have to turn my back. Oh, James, you're like me. I cover my eyes. And I say a prayer, Our Father who art in heaven, please let Maher make this kick. Doesn't help. That woman has more passion than Garrett. I prefer her over Garrett. What woman is that? Wouldn't it be something if the Eagles lost tonight to Eli Manning? Special report, Maher gone. Hell yeah. Yes. Never sure. But Bailey was struggling. Bailey was in a slump. He ain't going anywhere with Jason Garrett as coach. 10 missed kicks. I can't say I can't say that, man. I'm literally torn about that game because I hate the New York stinking Giants. They're cockroaches, and I hate the Eagles. And you want the Eagles? I just. It's just hurt. Jeff Heath would be an upgrade in kicking. Here you go. You must like karma. Yeah, our kicking problem. We had this issue going into training camp. And now you wait for the last 3 weeks. Now we're going to do something. Yeah, we know. And Forbath was formerly a Redskin. Chi what two-way. Kyle Forbath is good at 40 and under. Okay. Time to draft a kicker and stop playing. Come on, Eli. Just beat the Eagles tonight. That's all. Good question. How are we going to stop the Rams running game? Good question. Be careful what you wish for. You know what? I'm okay. If we have the same results with somebody else next year, I'm okay. As long, I'll just be happy that I don't have to look at Jason Garrett. Seeing that red hair on the side, I just ready for somebody, anybody new. It's time. Kyle Forbath, he's not really a new kicker. He's actually a worn out, used kicker. That's my thing, Jason, is okay. Jason Garrett, you're saying he's not getting renewed. This is it. If you knew that your wife or girlfriend was about to be hooked up with somebody else, what are you doing? You say, this MFer is going to be with somebody else in 3 weeks. Are you still putting out like you normally put out? No, you're like, man. Psh. And that's for the players. Jason Garrett ain't going to be my coach next year. Screw him. What qualifications did Jason Garrett have? He knew Jerry Jones. He had that Thanksgiving Day game. He was quarterback coach under Nick Saban. That's it. That was Jason Garrett's qualities. Kyle, you watch Eli ball out tonight? You're calling it? You mean Jason Garrett was like, oh, yeah. They need a D tackle. If we lose, we need Garrett fired. You mean to the Rams? I'm okay with that. Eli will beat the Giants tonight. He plays for the Giants. Eli is going to be Super Bowl Eli. It actually is raining really bad out right now. Do I think he's clapping now that he cut the kicker? Oh my God. Why is it raining out when he got cut? Oh man, you're cold. Meow word. That said, he's an impressive 86% from 40 to 49. Okay. Yeah, the Rams looked pretty good last night, which is scary. But, well, here, I got to go in here real quick. Unless you guys want to stay. I'll tell you what, I'll be right back. You guys stay right there. Just stay right here. I'll be right back. You guys, oh, wow. Maher is out. They cut, yes. No more. No more money. They weren't talking to me. The other person was backing out. Um, no more money for Maher from the Cowboys. We can say that much. I just need to drop some. This is crazy. Actually, I had to drop some mail off. I know you guys don't know what regular mail is, but I actually had to mail something. But to say I'm disappointed in this season, this season, you went through last year and you looked at this team and said, we got a bunch of young guys in here. You know, we got some nice pieces. You thought we had a lot of talent, and evidently that talent just is not motivated, or maybe it was overrated. And here it is, all off season, building up, getting ready for this season, and thinking, you know what, this is going to be great this year. And to know that there is 3 games left, and you know that this team has not played up to its potential whatsoever. If we could ever play to what they're capable of, they can beat anybody. But they never, ever seem to get it anywhere close. And I think it's just been too long doing the same things. You got to get changed just for change's sake. You have to evolve. And we have not evolved. We're still running basically the same offense from the 90s. Potential will always get you fired. You're right about that. You know, I think it's time. Rod Martinelli's got a bad hip. Rod Martinelli is getting up there. That I think I would honestly like to see Chris Richard actually running the defense and putting in his own system instead of being just a passing coordinator. People are going to blame Chris Richard. Oh, the defense sucks because no, he's not the man in charge. You know, Joe, yeah, and that's coaching. That's where I say Ron Rivera. If you take Ron Rivera, because people are like, well, Ron Rivera, he didn't do much with Carolina. You know, they went to the Super Bowl, but they lost it. But look at the talent that he had to work with versus the talent that the Cowboys have had to work with. The Dallas Cowboys, since 2010, way to go. Thank you for that super chat. The Dallas Cowboys have drafted more Pro Bowl players than anybody over the last 10 years. Think about that. Junebug in the house. How you doing? Think about that. The Dallas Cowboys have drafted more Pro Bowl players than anybody else during Jason Garrett's tenure. So you can't say he didn't have players. He's had running backs, best running backs in football. DeMarco Murray, Dallas Cowboy record season. Can't say he hasn't had some great wide receivers. He had Dez, you got Amari Cooper now. Can't say he hasn't had a great tight end. Had Jason Witten, Hall of Famer. Can't say he hasn't had pass rushers. He had D-Law. Even had Jason Hatcher, who had 11 one time. Can't say he hasn't had linebackers. He's had Sean Lee and now Jalen Smith. Can't say he hasn't had a great offensive line because he's had some of the perennial Pro Bowl offensive linemen. Did Ron Rivera have all that when he was coaching with Carolina? I dare say nothing close to that. Jason Garrett has done less with more than what other people have done more with less. Is that right? So, after all our woes, we finally cut the kicker. And True King, you're right. He had them in their prime. Well, see, here's the thing. you have some coaches that are more offensive or defensive minded. Understand that Pete Carroll is an offensive minded guy. He takes care of the offense. That's where he had Chris Richard for the defense. Understand that you have an Andy Reid, offensive genius, doesn't take care of the defense. That's where you have a Ron Rivera, defensive genius, a guy who gets really good work out of the defense. Who's there? That's where your offensive coordinator comes in. Our offense is actually doing things, okay? They're not, they have brain farts now and then, but you can look at the offense and say that's the strength of our team. It's certainly not special teams. Right now it's not defense, so you get a defensive-minded head coach that will take that to another level. I'm okay with letting Kellen Moore be my offensive coordinator, with John Kitna working as a quarterback's coach. So you look at where our receiving core is now versus where they were before, I'm okay. So what you have to understand is the head coach isn't the guy that's going to put together the nuts and bolts. He's going to have a philosophy and put people that he deems the guys to work. And I can guarantee you that his philosophy is going to be, we're going to turn this defense around, and I got some people here that'll take care of the offense. So that's my thought. Now again, I'm a guy with a day job and a voodoo doll, so and I'm just speaking my personal thoughts. It doesn't mean anything. And as much as people want to go ahead and say the reason we're losing is because of you and Jobu and because you're trolling the Eagles, no. Junebug, thank you very much. No. It's because Jason Garrett can't motivate people to run through a brick wall. The team has taken on his persona of, it's okay, Johnny. We'll get him next year. You want the coach? Yeah, but that's the problem. Kenneth, Jerry Jones ain't giving up that. Jerry Jones is still going to have his hands on everything. And herein lies the problem. As much as you want to blame Jason Garrett, you got to also put blame on Jerry Jones for allowing it to happen. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get driving here in the bad weather and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and end this stream. Tune in tonight, brother, because we'll be live streaming starting about 8 o'clock tonight. We're going to troll those Eagles, and we're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. So be sure that you're there. We might even take some phone calls. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm bringing you the Dallas Cowboys news.